Hey guys, Nico here from Growth Community, and I had a lot on my mind this week on the idea of stepping out of your comfort zone. There was a study done a while back on elderly on their deathbed, asked to reflect on their lives, and the most common reflection that amongst them were all the regrets they had in life. I personally am a firm believer of living life without regret, and I'm sure most of us, if not all of us, are as well. And it got me thinking, why is there such a huge unalignment between what we say we want, the things that we say we're gonna do, and what we actually do? Everybody wants change. Everybody wants a change in their finance, change in their health, change in their relationships. Everybody wants change, but not many people are actually willing to take the steps, willing to make the change in themselves to make it happen. Why is that? Because it's so much easier to stay in the comfortable, stay in the certain, stay stagnant, stay without change, right? It's so much easier to avoid your fear of discomfort, fear of failure, fear of embarrassment, fear of what other people think. And it's so much easier to just stay in your comfort zone. And really, you have to realize that life begins at the edge of your comfort zone, right? And instead of avoiding discomfort, use that as a compass to really get you where you want in life. Discomfort is nothing more than a signal that you're going in the right direction. And everything worthwhile, right? Everything that makes life worthwhile and interesting and awesome is at the edge of your comfort zone. Right? And so you have to kind of change your thoughts and views on discomfort and really just embrace it. My personal experience is that recently I've been trying to hold myself accountable to try something new at least once a week. Right? And that goes from doing salsa to trying yoga to trying cooking to trying comedy shows. And I'm sure you've all had the very similar experience as me where before I even start, I have all these anxieties and fears and should I do it, should I not do it? And really, once I was able to muster up the courage, once I was able to take a step back and realize that this is nothing more than a sign that I was growing, I was able to actually just go for it. And I realized all the anxiety and stress and worry was for nothing, because once I've done it, I was actually so much more grateful. Because those were such amazing experiences and I had so much fun that looking back, I'm like, why was I even scared in the first place? So I want to take this back to you. I want to give you some actionable steps that you can take. What's one thing that you want to do that's out of your comfort zone? Right? One thing. It doesn't have to be big. It can be something small. Maybe you want to go and hit the gym if that's something you're not comfortable with. Or maybe it's reading a book or going out to a party if that's not really your thing, or talking to strangers. Right? What's one thing that you can do? And really take the baby steps to just getting used to being uncomfortable. Right? So do that. Do that one thing that you have on your list. And I'm pretty sure that if it's something that you're not used to, you're going to have a hard time holding yourself accountable to it. And I want to give you some tips. So there's a saying that fear is nothing more than excitement without breath. Right? So when you're about to do what you're going to do, whether it's talking to a stranger or going to the gym, your heart might be racing, you might be nervous, you might have all these thoughts, and you just want to slow down, take a deep breath, and before you start overthinking, just do it, right? Because action cures fear. Action cures fear. So once you take the deep breath, once you're present to the moment, once you're not thinking anymore, just do it. And once you actually do it, your fear will subside, and then you'll realize that those fears didn't really mean much at all. The problem is a lot of people, once they take the deep breath, they still don't do it, and then the longer you wait, the longer you postpone, the more these fears and overthinking comes into play. Right? So take a deep breath and take action. And I just want you to do one thing, right? Just do one thing out of your comfort zone. Take the baby steps. Because once you do one thing, then you can work on the next thing that you want to do. Then the thing after. Then eventually this will become a habit that you do weekly. Then multiple times in a week. Then hopefully daily. Then it'll become something that comes automatic. Soon you'll start finding comfort in discomfort. And it's when you reach that point, right? When you go from leaning into your fears and then turning that into something that you're excited to and look forward to, right? When you start finding comfort in discomfort, that's where all the growth is. That's where you're going to find all the change in your health, your relationships, your finances. That's when you're really going to start living. So hopefully you take the action step that I recommended. And if you found this video helpful, leave a comment, like, and don't forget to subscribe. This is Nico from Growth Community. Move yourself, move the world.